There is a place for tariffs, and that's like if you are very in a very calculated way approaching it from a specific industry where you're trying to build that industry, so you place tariffs around that industry so that you can protect it on a domestic level. There's also cases where countries have seriously unfair trade practices, so then tariffs can be a reaction to that, a reactionary device, which this is not. It's not like Canada was our worst enemy. I mean, our two biggest trade partners, right? So it's not that. It's just stupidity, is all it is. Donald Trump is just a stupid man. He did not go to Wharton. He did not graduate from Wharton. He might, I don't think I mean, if he has a diploma, he certainly didn't earn it. I cannot imagine in my head, I cannot fathom somebody that went to Wharton that doesn't know what a tariff is or how it works. And he will explain and argue the characteristics of a tariff in a way that is just so objectively wrong that there is no way he could have ever learned that from Wharton. And I know people that went to Wharton. My brother went to Wharton and will laugh at the idea of a tariff being paid by another country. I mean, it is insanely stupid how stupid he is. But anyway, enough about Trump. Uh, I just wanted to jump on, especially in light of the fact that this is going to happen tomorrow. I mean, and we're just like sitting around and not making a big deal about it. And it's like, this is a big deal. Tomorrow is like a pivotal day in the history of the world. Do you realize that? Do you realize that? It's not just going to cause a national recession. Like, because the whole globe is so connected, when America's economy takes that big of a hit, the entire world's economy takes that big of a hit. And you've got like the drunk driver in charge of driving the car right now. So it's only going to get worse. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse as his worst natural, his most immediate natural reaction to anything is always the worst, always the worst, always the dumbest. It's like he just wants to keep backing up and bashing the car into the brick wall again and again, hoping that eventually he will be able to drive through the brick wall or something like that. But that's not going to happen. There is no other side. There is no going back to 1890 when, by the way, there wasn't even a 16th Amendment for personal income taxes anyway. We can never go back to that, and it was bad anyway. It's like the 1890s were so bad that we passed the 16th Amendment so that we wouldn't have to rely exclusively on tariffs and excise taxes, which is excise taxes are another thing. But yeah, there's a reason that we went to income taxes. And in 1895, it got we tried to pass the law, but it got thrown out by the Supreme Court, and that's why they made a constitutional amendment so that we could have personal income taxes. But personal income taxes are part of progress. They're not a part of, they're not another obstacle in the way. The only way that the 1890s were great for you is if you were extremely rich and you were like an oil baron or something like that. I mean, the wealth gap was the biggest it's ever been then. So maybe in terms of the oligarchs, that is the glory days, and that is what Trump wants. And they want to go back to where, you'd had to send your kids to work in the plant with the doors locked so that they couldn't go take lunch and get away with something. Maybe that is what he wants. Maybe that is what Elon Musk wants, but it's not what I want. I don't think it's what most Americans want. So Americans need to wake up and realize this is what Trump is doing. This is where he's trying to bring us. He's trying to bring us back to 1890s industrial revolution America. That's what it is to make America great again to him.